dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sith Talk. Today we have on the show Eben from the Spice Runners Lounge YouTube channel. How you doing, Eben?
What's up? Thanks for having me here tonight, man. Appreciate it.
No, of course. So tell us a little bit about your channel and where we can find you at.
All right, Spice Runners Lounge. So it's a channel about Star Wars collecting. I do a little bit of history here and there. You know, I used to do toy hunts, not anymore, but
yeah,
do conventions. I do just random stuff, but mostly dedicated to live streams nowadays. Friday nights.
Yep.
So every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we do a live stream with a bunch of my buddies from the Star Wars community. We just sit there, drink, have a good time, and try to bring guests on from time to time, and expand the connections of the people of the Star Wars collecting community.
Yeah,
so it's a good time.
Nice. So for you guys watching, definitely go check him out. I'm going to put the link to his channel down in the description. So did you start Spice Runners Lounge? Like, are you the main guy? Because I feel like there's always like a million of you guys, but like you're the head honcho, right?
Yeah, I started that one. Yep.
Nice. So everybody that comes on, they get 3 questions. You ready?
Sure. Let's do this.
All right. So the first one is, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Okay. So me, I'm a little bit older. I like the original trilogy a lot. And I like the Star Wars A New Hope a lot. That's my favorite. That's the one that started it all. Yeah.
Nice. Not a lot of people say A New Hope. I personally love A New Hope, but everyone from the OT trilogy, it's always Empire. But like, what about New Hope keeps that as your favorite?
Oh my God, it's the one that started it all. Like as a little kid, seeing it for the first time. I actually saw it when it re-released in like 81 or 82. I forgot what it was. I was small. So when they did the theatrical re-release, I saw it for the first time, and all I remember is a big ship coming on the screen, like flashing screens, Darth Vader coming in that scared the hell out of me. The Millennium Falcon, Han Solo. And then like the whole like vibe on Tatooine with all the aliens and creatures in the cantina. I was amazed by all that stuff, dude. And it always, stuck and gravitated with me like my whole life.
Damn. So did you see Empire and Return of the Jedi in theaters too?
So Empire, we skipped it because my parents were a little, they're cheap, like Hispanic people are like, I don't want to watch this stuff.
Yeah.
So we skipped that one. I saw Return of the Jedi in theater. I saw that one when it actually came out. What was it, like in 83?
Yeah.
Growing up in Los Angeles, we saw it in Hollywood at the old Egyptian theater. It's not even there anymore. So that's like one of my favorite memories is going there, watching Return of the Jedi. Watching the Ewoks. Like as a kid, I liked it. But the older folks were like, "This sucks."
Yeah. No, that's what's up, though. That's awesome. So the next question is, what's your favorite Star Wars show?
Star Wars show. See, that's a tough one. There's a lot of stuff out right now.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed Andor. I know a lot of people hated that movie or that show.
Yeah.
I think a close second will probably be Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But like I used to like Mandalorian. I like the first 2 seasons of Mando.
Yeah.
And then like the 3rd season, I was like, what the hell happened here? And I kind of like lost, like the love I used to have for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the same feeling because those first 2 seasons were like peak. Like that first season was all brand new, but felt so
dope,
old.
Dude. Yeah.
And then that 2nd season, they brought Boba Fett back from the dead. We saw Bo-Katan, we saw Ahsoka, we saw Luke. Like, they name dropped Thrawn. Like, it was wild. But that 3rd season was just, it was different. It wasn't like the first 2.
Yeah, it was all over the place. It felt like a cartoon to me. Like if they did a live animation or like a live animated show, but on the Mandalorian, I was like, why they do this? This is like ridiculous.
So Andor's your number 1 show?
Oh yeah, I loved Andor. That was great. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I was like, dude, that thing was written fantastic.
So like I'm part of the camp that didn't really enjoy it. Like part of it was my fault, partially because like in my mind, I went into the show expecting to see everybody because like this time period was peak and everybody was alive. Vader's running around, Ahsoka, Maul, Rex. I figure, okay, maybe we'll see them, and then we didn't. So it was definitely a slower pace, but like it looked great, the acting, like all that stuff. But yeah, man, like I just fell asleep, bro, way too many times.
I hear that feedback from everybody. I enjoyed it. I like how they slowed it down. They told the story from a certain perspective. They brought in a lot of the concept stuff. Like the Cantwell models. They brought those in.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed it. I just like the way it developed, and they slowly brought things in. They didn't just throw it in your face like Ahsoka. They threw a lot of like Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Like Mandalorian, they do that. Book of Boba Fett, they did that.
Mm-hmm.
So, sometimes when they throw all those fan services at you, it just takes away from the actual show.
Yeah,
and that's why I enjoyed this one. Almost like the first season of Mandalorian, right? You don't know nothing about it,
exactly,
and you're learning along the way while you're watching it.
Yeah,
and that's how I felt with Andor. It's like, ooh, who's this character? I'm like, ooh, what are they doing? What's going on here?
No, for sure. Now the last one. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Oh, Darth Vader, man.
Vader? Why?
Got that dude tattooed on me and everything.
Ooh, what is it about Vader that makes him your favorite?
Oh man, I always root for the bad guys. Like he's just seeing him on the screen, like in the original trilogy, and the fear that he just brought to everybody. I was like, oh my god, that guy is dope. He's sinister.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah, like Vader is just, bro, he's just so iconic. He's probably like the most recognizable villain in cinema history, like everywhere. Like if you put a picture of Vader up, no matter what country you're from, that's Darth Vader.
Right,
like,
right.
Without a doubt. Like that's badass when you're that level of villain. So your channel, it's a lot of you guys just hanging out and talking and stuff. And you said you do a lot of convention stuff too, right? So
I do.
What kind of conventions do you typically go to?
So I normally go to San Diego Comic-Con. I've done Celebration. I travel to random conventions like all over the U.S. So
nice.
I've been living in Florida for like, I don't know, almost 7 years. But before that, I lived in Virginia. So I went to conventions all over the East Coast. They did like Awesome Con and the Richmond Comic Con. I'm originally from California, so I did a lot of conventions out there.
Yeah.
Conventions in Texas, like Dallas Comic Con.
Yeah.
Like all the toy shows. I've been doing this for years. Like I used to have a rule where I did 2 conventions out of state. And that way I can balance my wife, work life, like the convention life balance.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So what celebrations have you been to?
So I've been to, let me see, Chicago.
Ooh.
I've been to the one here. That was my first year here.
The 2017 Orlando?
2017, yep. I did, I just went to one, Anaheim. Let's see. So those are the 3 that I've gone to. Because I've always like missed them, they were overseas, or I was in the military too, so I try to go, and then I got sent somewhere else, and I missed a lot of those. So I've been making up time through the years, by going to the celebrations. But like San Diego Comic-Con, I've been going to those for a long time. I've lost count how many of those I went to. Actually, like this year was the first time I didn't even go to San Diego Comic-Con. Because last year, it didn't even feel like it anymore. They've changed it up a lot, and I don't know.
They have, it's different. I've never been, but I've just from what I've seen and people talking about it and stuff, like it's not like how it was. So that's crazy, but
it's not fun anymore to me, at least.
That's wild that you were at Orlando, Chicago, and Anaheim. I was at all 3 of those.
Nice, dude.
So Orlando was my first one ever, and it's. I was living in Orlando, and I was just driving down I-Drive one day, and I saw posters for it, and I'm like, what the hell Celebration? So me and my boy Ricky, we got tickets. We went that Thursday, Friday, and after that, we were hooked. We haven't missed since then. So we did Chicago, we did Anaheim, we went to London last year. London was dope, and we're going to Japan next year for Celebration over there in Tokyo. But
nice.
Out of the 3 you've been to, which one was your favorite out of those 3?
I think I enjoyed Chicago a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, so out of the 4 I've been to, hands down, Chicago was my favorite because like it was 5 days, so it was like super long, and that was dope. You felt like you lived there,
Right.
and like the McCormick place, bro, was massive, so there was so much space in there,
It was great,
and
man.
like a lot of the companies had dope exclusives like Hasbro, Gentle Giant, Lego, Funko. Everybody had like a good variety of stuff, so everybody was eating. But yeah, man, Chicago hands down was my favorite.
I know it's funny with Chicago. I don't know if you saw the Ruby's booth they had there with the Han and Carbonite.
Yeah.
We were in the Toys That Made Us panel, and me and my buddy Jason Duback, I was like, man, dude, I really want to go buy this Han and Carbonite. And it was like the Sunday right before the show ended, and I'm like, I'm out of here, dude. I'm like, I'll meet you on the floor somewhere. I got to go buy this thing because then I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying the one that was on the floor there, that Ruby's one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they sold it to me at a good discount, and they shipped it to me. They freighted it.
Oh, they shipped it for you too?
Yep. So it was like icing on the cake, man.
Damn.
That was such a good time.
Did you get into any of the panels at Chicago? Were you VIP or no?
No, that stuff sold out quick. I tried to get into, was it the Jedi Knight or whatever they called it?
Yeah.
Nah, it sold out like that. So I was just a regular participant for that one, and
yeah,
I tried getting into some of the panels. We saw the collectors panel with like EFX, Sideshow, Gentle Giant. So we did that one. We missed the Twin Sun ones where they did all the announcements. We saw it from like the fan stage, where
in the middle.
Yeah. So we saw some of the stuff there on TV, but then we saw when they brought out like the actors and Filoni and Jar Jar came out too. So we were hanging out for all that, just seeing who pops up. So it made up for a lot of that, right?
Yeah, because I didn't get into many of the panels, but I remember for the Rise of Skywalker panel, I was in the main floor in the exhibit hall watching it by the stage. Were you there during that? Bro, so that's so wild because like, bro, that crowd was at least 2,000 people by that stage. And then when that trailer dropped and we got the name of the movie and then heard Palpatine laugh, bro, the energy, that was such a dope feeling. Like at that time, seeing Rise of Skywalker, which we didn't expect, and then hearing Palpatine, man, that energy, I can remember it like it was yesterday, bro. It was so wild in there.
Oh, it was fantastic, man. I think that's why it was my favorite, right? A lot of good things came out of that. We got Mandalorian. I think we had a preview for a video game that never came out too.
Fallen Order. There was the Fallen Order panel.
That was Fallen Order? Yeah.
Fallen Order. And then
you're right.
Clone Wars Season 7. We got the trailer showing Maul. Yeah.
That teaser was badass, dude. I remember that now. Yep.
Yes. Because it ended with him igniting both sabers. Yeah. And you were like, what?
Everybody's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place went freaking nuts, dude. Yeah.
That's one panel I did get into, though. The Mando panel. Did you get into the Mando panel or no?
No, a lot of the panels, like we because it was a lottery or the app lottery, you had to use.
Yep.
Barely got into some of the stuff, man. I was so disappointed. That's the only thing that made me like bummed out about that convention is not being able to participate in some of those.
Yeah, so we got lucky and we won the raffle to Mando, which was one of the few that we won. And like when we got in, like we got the trailer, but John Fav was like, "You guys want to watch some of Mando?" So he let us watch the first 7 minutes of the first episode, which was crazy. And that was like 4 to 5 months before it dropped. So we saw the whole sequence when he goes into the bar. I could bring you in warm, I could bring you in cold. And like,
nice.
So we saw that there, and that was crazy. And then after it played, John was talking to us. He's like, "You guys want to watch it again?" And then he played it again, and then he just dipped. So we got to see it twice, which was nuts. But yeah, that's why I love Celebration, and that's like kind of why I started my channel. I started it right before Anaheim because I wanted to cover Celebration, like cover the convention. And I also wanted to show people like what it is and how it works because there's so many Star Wars fans that have never been to Celebration. So that's literally how I started everything with me being on YouTube.
Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I actually started my channel years ago, but I was in the military when I started it, and it was mostly just to like share my hot toys and whatever I bought with my other friends. And then it was growing and growing and growing, and then it stopped because I stopped putting content. I actually took like a 5-year break.
Oh wow!
And then when one of my buddies passed away, that we were all in a circle doing this stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm like, I need to just start this up over again, and I don't care who watches it, but it's going to be like a historical archive for me, right?
Yeah.
Whatever I do, wherever I go, people I meet, people I talk to. So I just started doing that, and then I was on Hyperdrive. I've been on Collection Wars before when they used to do the open mics, and I was like, this is cool. Let me try this. Let me do my own.
Yeah. No, that's what's up.
Yeah, and people liked it, and they're like, people want to join, and I was like, man, I got no more room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It turned out to be a good thing.
No, that's awesome. So, Megacons, how many Megacons you been to?
I've been to I got here in 2017, so I've been to every Megacon they've had.
Oh, since you've been here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So I think I've been to like 3 or 4 Megacons. So I'm going next week. I know clearly you're going too, right? Next week.
Right. Yep.
So you have a panel there, which is dope. Have you done that before?
Nope. It was a random thing. I tried getting one last year, never heard back. So this year I made it a point to like apply the day it opened up, and I was bugging the hell out of them. And then the showrunner actually reached out to me, and he's like, dude, I started watching your shows, your live streams. It's so much fun. He's like, I really want you guys to have a chance to do a panel here. And I was like, hell yeah. So it worked out.
That's awesome. So like when I saw you post it, I was kind of hyped. I'm like, yo, that's dope. I'll get to see them live. But also at the same time, I want to see what's that's like, because I've never done one or been to one. Like people, doing their YouTube podcast at a panel live. So I'm really interested to see how that works. But that should be a blast, man.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So just happy that we got picked.
Yeah.
Hopefully they let us come back.
Yeah, no, exactly. So what day is that again? Like what day and time is you guys' panel?
Yeah, so it's on Friday, February 2nd at 4:45 p.m. So it's room 310 Alpha in the West Hall, so in a normal Megacon hall.
Nice. No, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope, because I do have one autograph on Friday, and I don't know the time yet. I pray it's not around that time, because I don't want to miss that, because that'd be cool to see and experience that for sure.
Hell yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, I got a couple autographs too, and I'm like, man, they better not schedule on top of this.
Yeah. So what are you just doing autographs? You got photo ops? Who
I do
got?
photo ops as well. So autographs, let me see. I think I got some of my plaques left here.
Ooh.
Let's see. Mando. So Boba Fett, Tamora Morrison.
Tamora. Nice. Yep.
So I got the Mandalorian version of this. I actually had an Anakin one too for Hayden.
The Revenge of the Sith one you posted, right?
Yep. And I bought the wrong signature for it, so I ended up mailing it in. And so I got a refund and mailed it in, so I can get that one signed. I was all pissed off. I was like, dang it.
Damn, because he sold out in person for everything. Quick.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm doing a picture with him too. I'm doing a tag up with him, Obi-Wan, and my buddy J2SO is going to jump in on that one. We actually split the bill on that one, because that shit's expensive, dude. It's like $600.
Bro, I know. I got that one, the dual photo op with Hayden and Hewan.
Yeah.
So I did it last year in London, because they did it in London. That was the first time they ever did it, and now that they're doing it again, this is only the second time. I actually printed the photo that we took in London on a t-shirt, and I'm going to wear that t-shirt when I go. That way, when I pull up, I'll be like, we did this in London. We're doing it again here in Orlando.
That's
just
dope,
to see the reaction. Yeah.
Hopefully they sign it for you.
Yeah, right. That'd be crazy. But now those photo ops, bro, you're in and out. It's so quick.
They're fast, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did the Hayden one last year, and it was quick.
Me too. Yeah. So funny thing, I was in the same line as you for the Hayden photo, because I remember I was deep back, and I saw you in the front, and I'm like, oh, that's that Eben guy from Spice Runners. But I was deep in the line. There's no way I was going to go up there and lose my spot. Especially because I think it was because you were VIP. So you were the front of that line. But I remember seeing you there vaguely. So you got your photo, and my photo was a little bit after yours, because he's wearing the same sweater. So we got kind of the same picture. But
that's cool. Yeah.
That was so dope. I was shocked that he came last year to Orlando, and I'm shocked he came again this year. This is the only convention he's ever done back-to-back years. He's never done any other show.
I was shocked too, man. I wasn't expecting Hayden to come back. He must have liked it a lot.
Yeah, and like even Hewing too. I wasn't expecting freaking Kenobi to pull up.
No way.
That was huge. And then even like, bro, I'm huge on Back to the Future. So when I saw the whole cast came, I was so hyped. Now, when I went to New York Comic Con 2 years ago, so I got a photo with Marty and Doc. So I already got the photo, but I got an autograph on Friday with Michael J. Fox because it's not every day where dude is like an hour away from me and I can meet someone I grew up watching as a kid, you know?
Right.
And then I used the same plaque guy that you got, I'm pretty sure, because Nilda put me onto him because Nilda's always getting those plaques. So I got a fire Marty McFly plaque that I'm going to have him sign.
Oh,
super
cool.
Hype. Yeah.
Yeah, with Ariel.
Yeah. He does really good jobs. Like,
excellent.
I have a feeling that's going to be a dangerous rabbit hole because now I kind of want plaques for every show that I go to because they're so easy to carry around, and then you could display it on a hot toy or a vintage figure, like whatever you want. You could like switch it up. So
yeah, man, I got
you got a lot of plaques, right?
I lost count, dude. Probably over 50 of them. Like I'm probably like spent a lot of money with Ariel. He probably sees my message. He's like, all right, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Yeah, but those things are addicting, like you said, because they look nice, right? Because I originally started with like these kind of plaques, you know, like these metal ones.
Yeah, those are dope too.
And that's a Phil Tipper one right there. And
nice.
And then I started moving to like these plaques, these colored ones, and I'm just like, dang, dude.
Yes.
They present so nice, you know, and I just like it's all Jeff Sage's fault for me, you know. He was my neighbor on these.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. This is the only ones I'm buying from now on.
I know. I got 2 of those, and like I already made a list of a bunch that I want. And like whatever the next show I go, once I find out like who the guests are and stuff, I'm probably just gonna get a plaque for everybody because it just looks so good.
Yep.
One custom one I kind of want to have him do, and I'm pretty sure he could do it. I want to get one that has live action Darth Maul on one side, animated Darth Maul on the other, and 2 like signature spots. That way I could have Ray Park sign it and Sam Witwer sign it because Darth Maul is my favorite character. So like a dual signature plaque would be sick.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I got to hit him up to see if he could whip that up. I'm pretty sure he can.
Oh, he could do anything. Yeah, if you send him some ideas, he'll do it for you like right away.
But with MegaCon, like every year, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like this year, even like Loki's gonna be there.
Yeah, man.
Short Round from Indiana Jones, and he was in Loki too. Like it's just next level. I can't wait to see what next year brings because like they're just getting bigger and bigger. And like for next year, I gotta get VIP, man. Like I gotta get VIP. Yeah, this year when I was trying to get it, it was already sold out because I wasn't even sure if I was gonna go for sure or not. And when I went to look, they were gone. But the minute next year's are available, I'm buying it, not even knowing who's gonna be there because it's gonna be like it is this year, fire.
Yeah, I'm lucky I got into the VIP pipeline a few years ago because you get the early bird when it comes back, and you just got to get it, man, because it saves a lot of time with the autographs. You just cut everybody, you know.
Yeah, I saw you cut me for Hayden last year, so I know damn well it's worth it because I'm like, damn, this dude's in the front already. So yeah, man, I'm for sure gonna grab it. Now, I know I forgot you were on someone's show, or maybe you were in the comments or something, but you're going to ICC Con this year, right?
I am, yeah. I haven't really told many people about that, but I am going.
Yeah, because I remember, I think you put it in someone's chat. Maybe, I don't know if it was one of my shows or maybe like Sith Cast or something, but you bought the VIP for it already, right?
I did, yep. I think it was on your show, yeah.
So, man, I went for the first time last year. ICC Con is literally Star Wars Celebration, but just cheaper.
Nice.
It blew my mind how I felt when I went there, because when I was there, I felt like I was at Celebration. And last year, I went to London Celebration and ICC Con for the first time. I literally had the same amount of fun in Nashville, Tennessee that I did in London, which is crazy. Yeah. So there's like for us like collectors and stuff, bro, it's insane because there's such a good variety of like new, old, vintage like stuff, like graded, brand new, loose, right? But everything is pretty good prices and people work with you, which when I saw that the first day, I'm like, shit, this is dangerous. Like this is bad. And I went one of the days to the, did you see any of the videos of the lobby swaps or room trades?
Yeah, those things look fun, man. Just
Bro,
going from room to room and just buying stuff.
it's so weird. So like when we went one night. I went with Jose from General Kenobi's Bunker, Joe from JMC, and Mike from OG Geek. So we went and we walked into the lobby, and there's nothing but tables everywhere, and people are buying, selling, trading, and like those tables were full of heat. Like people had like this one dude had a graded Millennium Falcon from the 80s for like 50,000. This one dude had a sail barge for like 2,000. Like it was like crazy stuff and regular stuff, but it's nice to see some of that random like high-end stuff in case you're like looking for that. But I was shocked by that. And then that was for like an hour or two. So then everyone started to pack up and they were like, all right, everybody to the room. So when you go to the elevator, in the elevator, there's a paper that says what floor has the room, like the room sales and what room number. So you just go floor to floor and you're just walking down and people prop their doors open and you just walk in and like it's either laid out on their bed, laid out on the table, on the counter. This one dude had shelves all in the hotel room with lighting.
Damn.
It was like a store. So like it's such a crazy vibe. I've never seen that in my life. So like when I go this year, I'm prepared to have cash on me so I could haggle. Like I'm gonna get a ton of stuff there because like it's bro, you're gonna go nuts when you go there. It's
I'm
so
excited.
cool.
This is my first time for ICCC.
I know the SOBCs, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I've seen your guys' videos on it. You know, I've seen like Billy and who was it? Josh Pence used to go to those. And
yeah, 2 years ago he went to that one. Yeah.
And so I was like, man, I got to go to that one day. Well, I got to go to that one day. And this year was the year I was like, you know what? Since I didn't go to Comic-Con last year, I'm doing this instead. And I didn't go Celebration either. So
yeah. Did you book the hotel at the show?
I missed that, dude. I waited just a little too long. So I couldn't get all the days. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to go book across the street. So I booked at some hotel right across the street from it.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Then you could just walk right over. It's the same shit then.
Yep. And then me and my buddy George are going to go from Hyperdrive Medina. So we're going to go check it out.
Oh, the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to go invade Nashville.
Yeah. I cannot wait. So it's funny because like Mike and Joe both went the last 2 years and they said they liked it 2 years ago better when it was at the Sheraton. Like they just said it was just like a better vibe and stuff. So now that it's going back there, I'm hyped as hell to see what that's like. And like I booked it the second it got like it went live. So I got the hotel, so I'm in there. So it's gonna be cool to be like, you know, on the show floor, buy some stuff. I'm gonna run up to my room, drop it off, come
Dangerous,
back down.
ain't it?
Yeah, but like I'm prepared for it and I'm gonna have like specific things I'm looking for. I'm gonna try to be picky, but like if I see crazy deals, like I'm not gonna say no to a deal. So I'm super hyped for it, man.
I am too. I'm
hyped.
excited. I'm like way more excited about that than I've been for any other convention, to be honest.
Yeah, and you're gonna see, man, like it's gonna you're gonna not want to miss because literally when I went last year, the first day, 20 minutes in, I was like, yo, I'm not missing this again. Like I already knew within 20 minutes of being in there that I have to come back to this every year just because like this is my vibe. Like this is it. And like for bro, autographs, especially if you have VIP, because VIP you get a day there by yourself. It's just VIP and press. Like they had the Rebels voice actors there. So they had Zeb, they had Sabine, they had Ezra, they had Hera. I literally got all their autographs on a poster in 30 minutes. I literally went from actor to actor to actor. It was that quick. And then me, Jose and Joe were just standing there at Ian McDermott's table. There's nobody there. So Jose was like, bro, Palpatine's by himself. I got to go talk to him. So he went over there, got an autograph. Cause like, when can you just walk up to Palpatine and get an autograph with no line, no wait?
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Jose, he probably went up to him and like, hello there.
Yeah, man. Oh, so I can't wait to see who they announced that they're going to get this year. I know Last year they had the Rebels cast. The year before that they had the Clone Wars animated cast. Hopefully he gets like the Ahsoka cast there, or at least some of them out there, which would be cool because then he could do like a panel and stuff too. But I guess we'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm curious to see what actors it brings out because I want to make a plaque.
Yeah, the minute. Yep, exactly, man. So
and if he does like a TV show, I want to do like one plaque and try to get as many signatures on one plaque as possible.
Oh, because he can make those plaques different sizes, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, that would be sick if he had a ton of the Ahsoka cast, like 5 of them, and you get a big ass plaque.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope. Especially that chick behind you,
Oh my God,
your girlfriend.
So like, bro, if they get her there, and if she's, I don't think she would stay at the same hotel, bro, because I would have a heart attack if I open the elevator and she's in there and we're going down to get breakfast. Oh my God, bro. How wild would that be? Because like Joe stayed at a hotel, and the guy that was Vader in Rogue One, he stayed at the same hotel. So Joe was telling me one day he got in the elevator and freaking Lord Vader's just staring at him because he's big as hell.
Big dude.
So
yeah.
like, yeah, and like that same hotel, I know the voice actor for Zeb, Steve Bloom, he was there too. Because when we went in one day, he was there in the lobby, like having a drink, like with his wife and like another friend. So a lot of these people stay in the same hotel, which is crazy.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So it's going to be a unique experience for sure when we go, man.
Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited.
Are you guys driving or flying up there?
I'm flying, man.
Yeah, I thought about driving, but I'm like, I'm just going to fly and just whatever, 2 hours, boom, get there real quick, not worry about it.
Yep, exactly, man. Because I was like, man, if I drive down there, that's like half a day I waste.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right. So Star Wars wise this year, 2024. So we got Bad Batch coming next month. We should be getting Acolyte. We should be getting Skeleton Crew. We should be getting Tales of the Jedi Season 2. What are you looking forward to the most?
Probably, so I don't want to copy Flex, but I'm going to copy Flex because I heard him say the same response. I'm looking forward to Acolyte, to be honest.
Yeah. Have you seen that illegally leaked trailer online for Acolyte?
I've been staying away from any spoilers.
Oh, okay. And
like
so
I knew it was out there, but I was like, nope, I'm not watching it because I want to wait until it airs and I want to be surprised if it's good,
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll keep it spoiler free, but like in London, we did see the Acolyte trailer and it had me hyped. It looked very Star Wars, very like prequel vibes, samurai vibes. Like it looked good, man. It looked like Star Wars, which is all I want.
Hear. Good to hear.
So hopefully, like, I know the Super Bowl is soon. I'm thinking that they gotta give us like a big Star Wars trailer during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
I know we're gonna get the Deadpool 3 trailer for sure, which is dope, but like I want like drop Acolyte. I hope it's not Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew, we saw the trailer too. I don't really remember it that much. I'm sure it'll be okay, fine. But like Acolyte, like that's a vibe because that's like at the end of the High Republic. It's 100 years before Phantom Menace. Like that's a dope ass time period that I want to see more of.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Because there's so much that happened in that time frame. So I want to see that story. I'm tired of the Skywalker saga. I want to see what happened before that. Tell us the story about the Sith. Tell us the story about Plagueis. Tell us something. Give us something.
Yeah, especially Plagueis, because right now we're reading the Plagueis novel. Have you read the Plagueis novel?
I've listened to it. I cheated. I started reading the book and I was like, let me listen to it.
Yeah, same shit. You finished it though, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's great, man.
I'm like halfway, but bro, it's so cool how it connects to people we know. Like I was just listening to the chapter earlier where Plagueis saw Qui-Gon, Sifo Dyas, and another Jedi, I forgot who it was, and he was like just like crept up and started talking to them, and I'm like, bro, this dude got some balls. Like he's like
he
Darth Plagueis, and he's just like messing with them to see like what info he could get out of them. Like it's so dope, and just like all the references to all these other Siths, like they talk about Darth Bane a lot, Darth Nihilus, and it makes me want to learn more about all that old Sith lore, which is very like interesting to me. So I just love that book, man, so far.
That's what I hoped Disney dug into more, right? All the old Republic stuff, the beginning of the Sith, the road to. I want to learn more about that. I like the Sith, like your channel's called,
Yeah.
Sith this
Yeah.
one, the Sith Talk. So
Yeah,
it's all about the
exactly.
Sith. Let's hear the stories.
And it bro, it makes no sense to me because they have all these books. Like
Yeah.
half the time when I'm reading Plagueis, in my mind, I'm like, yo, if this was a Disney Plus show and we saw Plagueis talking to Qui-Gon and Sifo Dyas and all this, that would be a crazy ass episode. Like they have all this stuff there. Like I don't know why they just don't use it.
Right. I don't know why they just exclude all the stuff. They got a huge blueprint of things to use. They don't use it.
Tons of stuff. Now, yesterday we got the Bad Batch trailer. Did you see the trailer?
Oh yeah. Fantastic.
What'd you think of it?
Actually, I was actually hyped up for this one. I was hyped up more for this trailer than I was for season 2.
Oh no, for sure. Me too. Yeah, because like we saw a trailer in London, but it was different. It wasn't like this. Like this trailer yesterday got me hyped, and like I love Asajj Ventress, bro. So seeing her, I was like, what? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like a lot.
I am too, man. So you think that's the Dark Disciple Ventress, or they just gave it a look?
So no, I think it is because like the Star Wars like archives, like the official ones, they updated what it said on there, and it said that it basically kind of said that Ventress survived that she didn't die at the end of the book. Ooh. Yeah, so like I maybe in the show they'll explain it and show how it all works, but like from the verbiage that they use, it makes it seem like, oh, she really didn't die, and this is after that, and she actually did survive. And maybe like, when Quinlan, I guess I didn't read the book yet, but I guess Quinlan brings her body to Dathomir and puts it in the waters, and there's Night Sisters in there, that maybe the Night Sisters actually were like healing her or reviving her or some shit. I don't know, but it has to be something after it, because the timeline, this takes place way after Dark Disciple. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. But bro, if she's alive, my hope is they bring her in a live action if she doesn't die in Bad Batch.
They got to, man. Now that they introduced the witches and Ahsoka and all.
That's exactly what I've been saying. Because like, if she's alive and we know she's alive and Bad Batch ends, she's alive. Thrawn is on Dathomir with a bunch of Night Sisters. He needs like a Force user by his side. Like Asajj is perfect. Yeah, perfect. So
that'll be the perfect anti-hero, for Ahsoka.
Yeah, exactly. And Ahsoka has had beef with Asajj in the past, so it'd be really dope for them to see each other again after everything that they've been through.
I want to see the look on Ahsoka's face when she sees that Asajj is still alive. Like,
yeah, and with Thrawn, yes, that shit would be so fire. So, I mean, hopefully that happens. I mean, I don't know, but it's possible. Dave is cooking, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Now, what's the other show? So, Skeleton Crew, you haven't seen that trailer than the illegal one yet either, right?
No. And from what I've heard about it, it hasn't hyped me up. It sounds like it's more for a younger audience.
Yeah, I don't even know what to think of it, man. I mean, maybe it'll be good. It's J.J. Watts who did the Spider-Man movie, so I like the movies that he did, like No Way Home and stuff, but I know it takes place in between Mando season 3 and season 4. So there's got to be some sort of interconnection with the Mandoverse. I don't know. I guess we'll see when it drops. I just hope it drops later. Like, I'd rather get Acolyte first or Tales, and like, give me Skeleton Crew in November, like at the end of the year, so we could just chill or whatever, Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, like Tales would be better. Acolyte would be better. Skeleton Crew, they can like leave that towards the end.
Yeah. Now, Tales of the Jedi, what'd you think of that first season?
Oh, that first season was great, man. It was fantastic. Good. Like seeing like the Jedi Dooku and seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff going on there. I was like, oh yeah. I was not expecting that, man, at all.
Nobody was. And you know what's crazy? And I don't know if you went to it, but at Anaheim Celebration, there was a Tales of the Jedi panel. Did you go to that panel?
I didn't go to any panels at Anaheim.
Well, that one wasn't one of the ones for the raffle. You just show up and go. It was like in the middle of the day, and it was Filoni hosting it. And I thought about going, but I didn't know what Tales of the Jedi was supposed to be or what it was gonna be. But I guess at that panel they showed the first episode of Tales there, so they got to see it there like months early
Oh,
with
nice.
Dave, which would have been kind of cool to watch it with Dave. So I missed out on that, but when it dropped, that's another reason I didn't like Andor as much, is because Andor was kind of like slow paced, and then all of a sudden we get Dooku erasing Kamino from the archives and all this other crazy shit. And then after that, I went back to watching Serial eat cereal, getting smacked by his mom. I was like, come on.
Yeah, Serial is one of those characters that didn't need to be in the show.
Yeah, but
that was the only annoyance I had. It was like, all right, this guy's eating freaking cereal. Like,
I know,
here we go again.
Yeah, but for Tales of the Jedi season 2, who do you want the stories to be about?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, man, to be honest. So we haven't seen much about Quinlan Voss, right? He's been missing, so that'll be good.
Bro, Quinlan and Asajj, like together, they had like a 3-episode arc.
Yeah, that'll be freaking awesome. Watch them do their thing.
Yeah.
That'll be cool to see. Because we kind of seen a lot of like Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
We saw Dooku. Oh, maybe some of the other Jedis, some of the people we don't even see. Tell us what happened to Mace Windu, like.
Yeah, Mace would be dope. What I want to see, I would love to see Baylan and Shin to see like their origin.
That's a good one too, man.
Baylan
how
and
they
Shin.
meet. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then Quinlan and Asajj was another one, because both of them were Jedi that turned Sith, and then Quinlan turned back to Jedi, and then Asajj just does what she wants. But like, that'd be dope. Another one I want, and it's just me being selfish because I love Darth Maul. I want to see Palpatine training a young Darth Maul, because we know Palpatine from Plagueis. I just listened to the chapter earlier where Maul's mom gave little baby Maul in a little bag to Palpatine, and Palpatine took him, and he was like a little 1-year-old. And then like since then he hasn't mentioned Maul, so I'm like, where's Maul at? Is like he in like in a drawer at home, this little Zabrak baby. So I would love to see that Palps
cool.
Training Maul as a young kid. That would be really, really cool.
That's a good one, man. Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. For Tales of the Jedi, they never gave us a trailer, right? Didn't it just drop?
Yeah, I never even knew anything about it. It just came one day, and I was like, "What is this about?" And then I watched it. You sat there and watched the whole thing, and you're like, "I want more."
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we will even get a trailer, or if they're gonna just drop it. Like Bad Batch finishes May the 1st. So on May the 4th, are they gonna just drop all episodes of Tales? Like, happy May the 4th. Here's Tales of the Jedi.
That'll be dope. Can't complain.
Yeah, that'd be super dope. So I guess we'll see. So that's everything from the television side. Now, bro, the movies, every day it's like a new different thing popping up. Mando's a movie. No season 4. No, there's season 4, and the finale's Mando. Rey's getting a movie. No, it's canceled. She's getting a movie and a sequel to her movie.
Such a mess, man.
Yeah, so like Mando being a movie, what do you think about that becoming a movie?
I'm happy with that. It's about time we go back to the big screen. I think Mando has a lot of potential. If they focus on just Mando and Grogu, I think that'll be a good story. Tell us. And it'll be cool if they did a time jump too, right? See a little bit of older Grogu, see if he got some more training, if he's more inner Jedi.
Yeah.
And take us somewhere different. Take us to outside of Tatooine. Take us to a good adventure. Where we get to see our heroes like near death. And barely get out of it. I want to see something fun. Take me back to Star Wars.
Yeah, like take me back to like that season 1 Mando vibe where it's just different and you have no expectation. Like I was happy when they announced it as a movie, and like I'm glad that that's going to be the first movie back, because I always thought the Rey movie being the first movie back in theaters after like 7 years isn't the best business decision. Like it could be an amazing movie. I would hope it would be. I don't have the faith that it might be though, because like they've gone through so many writers, and the last writer hasn't even turned in the script yet. So it's kind of like there's a lot going on there. But like I think Mando's a safer bet because it's just gonna feel good to go back, and it's just Mando, the first thing we see.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mando stories are fun. So if they go back to like season 1, season 2, and give us that type of story, I think in a 2-hour film, it'll be freaking badass.
Now, did you see how there's rumors that this Mando movie could be the first movie of a trilogy, and that the Mando movie's first, the Filoni movie second, and then there could be a third one like to complete it?
I heard that. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be dope. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I think they would have to do something like that because, like, you can't take out Thrawn in Dave Filoni's one movie
No
or in
way.
like one season of a show. Like, Thrawn's badass. Like, you got to build that up. Like,
Yeah.
make him the Thanos, make him the Palpatine of this trilogy. So it would be dope if the Mando movie like started it, or at least like the end of the Mando movie, he runs into Thrawn, and then that takes you to Filoni's movie, and then there's like a final movie to take out Thrawn with Luke and like Mara Jade, and like just go crazy with it.
Oh, I wish they brought Mara Jade.
I know,
That was
man.
like a missed opportunity, man. Like not talking sequels, but in the sequels, when they first showed Luke at the end of The Force Awakens, and you see like that cross on the ground or whatever it was,
Mhm.
I was like, man, I wonder if he was married to Mara Jade, and that's her, her tomb.
Yeah. So it's possible Filoni could do something with her in his movie. Like, it's possible.
Bring her in as something, yeah, a side character.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like it would be cool if Ezra hires Mando to go look for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And then the movie's about them on the, in search of Ahsoka.
Oh, that'd be dope. I kind of want to see Ezra finding Luke, because now that Ezra's back in the galaxy,
That's a good one too.
he has to find Luke. He's not gonna fight Thrawn Dolo. Like, Thrawn's gonna kick his ass. Like, he needs to find Luke. So like that's what I kind of thought Mando season 4 would have been, since Ezra's back in the main galaxy. Carson Teva's there with them, and he could go get Mando to help them out because they got to figure out how to take Thrawn. Thrawn's there. He's on Dathomir, and I think they released like a map that shows that Dathomir is not that far from Mandalore. So it's kind of like they're by each other. Like, it's almost like Mando has to run into Thrawn eventually.
He's gonna have to. Yep, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think that's they're gonna intertwine all the stories, and that's probably gonna be what the arc's gonna be about is Thrawn and Mando trying to like take Thrawn down. He's gonna have to bring everybody together.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now, you mentioned the sequels, not talking about the sequels. I'm guessing you're not much of a sequels fan.
Like The Force Awakens was cool. Last Jedi. If you watch it without the audio, it's not bad. Visually, it's a beautiful movie. It's like visually stunning.
Yeah.
And Rise of Skywalker was okay. I think if it was a longer movie, it probably would have been better.
Yeah.
I think they rushed a lot of it, but it had some pretty cool scenes in there. But like from the sequel trilogy, The Force Awakens is probably the only movie that I enjoyed.
Yeah, bro, literally, I'm right there with you. Like, Force Awakens was decent. Last Jedi, like, bro, what'd you do to Luke? Like,
yeah, man.
The only good thing that I enjoyed in The Last Jedi was just Yoda, because like he was a puppet.
That was cool.
Yeah, seeing Yoda, I was like, ah. And then like Rise, I felt they just try to retcon everything from Last Jedi, so it couldn't be like its own thing. So I mean, we know that whole thing was a mess. They didn't have a plan. They didn't have a story. I kind of still wish Rey would have been a Kenobi. Like I was hoping Rey would have been like Obi-Wan and Satine's like secret child or something like that.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Just imagine, but they made her a Palpatine. I was like, what?
I know.
The theater's reaction was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. And I kind of wish she would have kept the Palpatine name at the end and tried to make it like a good thing instead of her taking like the Skywalker name, which I'm like, if this is the end of the Skywalker saga, it's clearly not, because in the next movie, she's probably going to refer to herself as that. So like the Skywalker saga technically is never going to end now if they're giving her another movie. So it's tricky, but I don't know. If the one thing I want to see in the Rey movie, if they do it, is bring Finn back, give him some justice, make him a Jedi. Like, if he would have been a stormtrooper turned Jedi in the original movies, that would have been so dope.
Yeah, man, that was a lost opportunity because I thought that's where they were going with them. I was like, oh shit, Finn is he's force sensitive. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. Never did.
Nothing. I remember even in those first trailers, like he had the lightsaber, Luke's
Yeah,
lightsaber, fighting Kylo for a little bit. Like, yeah, they played him, man.
they did. I think they did him wrong. I think they had a vision for what his character was going to be, and they changed it.
They did. They changed it way too many times, but I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens next because now that Filoni is a higher position, like I'm wondering, does it really mean anything? Is he going to have power? Are things going to change? So I'm wondering. Yeah, I just can't wait to see. I know Japan Celebration next year. We're probably going to get a ton of like announcements and reveals, and hopefully Filoni's like, all right, this is my plan. And he does like a Kevin Feige Hall H type thing where he
right.
puts it on the board and like this is phase whatever and like this is my plan just so we know because like remember that one year Kevin Feige went to Hall H and it was like insane like Secret Wars and
Yeah,
Fantastic Four and this and that like
like a 5-year plan. Yeah,
it gave you hope for years because even
Mhm.
though it was 3-4 years down the line, it's like, oh shit, we're gonna get Secret Wars, we're gonna get Kang Dynasty, we're getting Deadpool 3. Like you had hope with Star Wars, all these movies they get announced and then all of a sudden they're shelved indefinitely. Like
yeah.
I just want like hope and a future to look forward to that will be there. Cause like this is like the third set of movies that have been announced, and hopefully we'll see what happens, you know?
I hope so, man. Because I was really hoping to see the Rogue Squadron.
Patty Jenkins
Patty
joined
Jenkins.
the
Yep.
Top Gun with X-wings, man. Oh,
And they got canceled. I was like, oh, come on, man. That would have been a great movie.
it would have been because like there's no expectations and like it just would have been X-wing pilots running around. Like that would have been so cool.
Yeah, it would have been like that fan film Wingman, that
Yeah,
just imagine with more budget and really good actors how good it will be.
yeah, exactly. Are you gonna try to go to Japan Celebration next year?
No,
Nah.
I don't like flying to Japan. So because so with my job right now, I travel a lot, and
Uh-huh.
I've gone to Japan, and that trip is long. It
I
is
know.
long.
I'm not looking forward to that 18-hour flight. And then
Yep,
when you land there, you're like 12 hours in the future. So like your
yep.
body, yeah, I already know. I already know.
It's long, and I have like back issues, and I was like, man, I am not gonna make it.
Uh,
I'm gonna be hurting the whole time I'm there. By the time I feel better, it's time to come back on that plane and sit on the plane for another 18 hours.
yeah. Now I know for a fact that 2027 they have to have a celebration because that's a 50-year anniversary of A
Gotta
New
bring
Hope.
it to Orlando, man. Gotta bring it here.
I hope it comes back, but like I almost kind of have a feeling that they're gonna do one in 2026 because I know they don't really do like 3 years in a row. It's usually like they'll do 2 years in a row and then take a year off, or they'll do 1 year, a year off, 1 year. But last year was London, nothing this year. Next year's Japan. That's a 3-year gap of nothing in the States. So there's a lot
Yeah,
of people here that like they got screwed back to back celebrations because like especially if you have like a family and stuff, trying to book a flight to London for a family of 4 is ridiculous.
it's crazy,
Jap-
man.
Japan's the same. So I almost want to say 2026, maybe they'll do one. Maybe they'll do like Orlando 2026, Chicago 2027 back to back, something like that.
I hope so.
Because like with all these movies that are coming out, this Mando movie, this Filoni movie, the Ray movie, if there's something dropping in 2026, and there's a rumor that 2 of them could drop in 2026, because like Mando could be in May of 2026, and then the Ray could be December of 2026. You're gonna drop 2 movies and not have a celebration to promote
Got
them?
to. Yeah, you gotta promote it, man.
Yeah. So I have a feeling next year, April 20th is the last day of Celebration Japan, and there'll be the closing ceremonies panel where they announce where the next one is. I have a feeling they're going to be like 2026, Orlando, Florida.
I hope so. I hope they bring it back. Dude, I
Yeah,
was so sad when I saw Japan. I was like, oh, overseas
bro,
again.
me too. And I was at that panel in London and I'm waiting and I'm like, oh, it has to be Orlando. It has to be Orlando. And they said Japan. And I'm like, what? I was like, damn. So I wasn't that excited at first, but I came around to it. But like I heard through the grapevine that it was supposed to be Orlando, but I guess there was like some drama with like Disney and DeSantis and some stuff going on.
There's a lot of
That
drama.
yeah, that all of a sudden it changed. That it was gonna be Orlando 2025, but it changed, and now it's Japan. So hopefully that gets resolved and we could bring it back to Orlando because like it'd just be so much cheaper for me.
Oh yeah, just have it in the States anywhere. Like even if it's in the
Anywhere.
States, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, because Japan, it's cool that they're taking it to all these different regions because there's Star Wars fans all over the world, so it's cool that they have access to it. But yeah, man, I'm just like being selfish. I was like, man, I wish I was back in the States.
I know, and that's what I was expecting the whole time in Orlando. The whole time in London, I'm like, it has to be Orlando. We're coming back. It's like due for the rotation because it just did Anaheim, and it did Anaheim in 2015, and we did Orlando 2017. So now it's like it's time. It seemed like it was a pattern almost. So yeah, I'm hyped to see when and where the next one is, and I'll be there, bro. No matter what, I'll be there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because I was like, man, Japan, if the trip wasn't that long, I would go.
I know, like it's that 18-hour flight. I already planned it where the first day I get there is not a day there. It's just a day just to get used to the time and everything. So
yep.
I didn't count the first day at all as anything to do anything at all. So hopefully I could get adjusted within that day, that first 2 days. But I'm looking forward to it because I'm big on like Nintendo stuff and like consoles over there, bro. Like Nintendo 64s are like $60, Game Boys are like $20, Super Nintendos, the OG Nintendo. So I'm gonna go on a big nostalgia kick and get every console that I had as a kid and like buy a bunch of games because everything is dirt cheap over there. It blows my mind.
It is cheap. Yeah, if you go to was it like Electric City or whatever it's called, they have like all the buildings with all the video games.
Yeah. Oh, Akihabara.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I've been researching like crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, you got to go to all the spots. They got the toy sections, they got the video game sections. There's a pretty cool store in Tokyo too. Damn, I'm gonna have to send you the link when I remember. But they sell Sideshow and Iron Studios, and it's a pretty cool place.
Isn't that one place that always has the new Hot Toys on display early?
Yeah.
Isn't that in Japan?
Yeah, that's it. I want to say it's called Toy Sapiens, maybe. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yes, it is Toy Sapiens. It is Toy Sapiens. Yeah,
that place is phenomenal, dude. I went in there and I was like, "Holy crap, this is badass!" Man.
Yeah, damn. I'm gonna have to check that out. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be crazy. I've never been, so that's kind of another reason why I'm like, I'm gonna make this trip happen. Because like I've always wanted to go to Japan, but that 18-hour flight, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Whatever. But now that Celebration's there, it's kind of like 2 for 1. I'm just gonna make it happen, make it work, and I'm hyped, man.
Yeah, Tokyo City's fun. You're gonna have a blast, man. And like you said, everything is cheap. Like people that never been to like Tokyo City and go for the first time don't realize how cheap it is. Like sushi is like eating at McDonald's, dude. Well, it's cheaper than McDonald's because you can get like a bowl of rice and some the fatty tuna for like I don't know, like under $5. American. It's crazy, dude. How cheap it is.
Everything. I've been watching vlogs. Like this one dude went to a bar and he got like a tall ass beer. It was like $3. Like everything is just dirt cheap over there.
It's cheap, man. It's crazy. It's here in America. It's the opposite. I want some sushi. Oh,
I know.
$10 for a roll. And over there is like $10. You get like a whole table full.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be wild.
Hell yeah.
So that's pretty much everything I got. What do you got coming up next on your channel that the people could look forward to?
So what's coming up next on our channel? So I'm actually on a couple of channels, right? So on Hyperdrive, we have a Cantina chat on Thursdays, and February 8th we have a special guest. You might know him as Captain Tiva. So he's going to be on our show on the Hyperdrive.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's going to be a badass show. And then on the Spice Runners, tomorrow we're going to celebrate on Friday, we're going to celebrate our 100th episode.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to do like a game, and I got a bunch of giveaways. I got a bunch of stuff from Regal Robot that I'm going to give away, and some of the other guys have some giveaways too. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good time.
Awesome. So, guys, I'm going to put the link down in the description. Go subscribe. Go check them out. And you might win something on Friday if you go to that live stream. So definitely go check them out. But, Eben, thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me on. Appreciate it.
Of course. And that's it for this episode of Sith Talk, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Peace.